you have definitely bought the subscribers. That's what they were trying to insinuate. Shadi kab hai? How are you managing your YouTube and job life together? And I think I should like also change my lipstick because oh my god, is this staining? This stained my lip. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new then welcome to my channel. This video is going to be my last video of 2021. I think like most of us, I just cannot believe it's ending. This year is ending. I feel like my 2020 and 2021 is just one whole big year. I can't remember the events that happened last year and this year, except for, you know, like we were all down with COVID this year, so I think that way 2021 is different to me. But anyways, today's video is going to be a really chatty one. I'm going to answer a few questions that I've always wanted to answer, and also just answer some of your questions that I keep getting every now and then. So let's start. Apart from that, I'm also going to try like a few new lipstick formulas. I was saving these. I recently picked these 4 up. We have the Revlon Kiss Cloud Blotted Lip Color. We again have Revlon Cushion Lip Tint. We have Lakme Absolute Lip Gloss, and we have just like a random lipstick from Makeup Revolution in the shade Bon Bon. Now I was going to buy a few more lipsticks and then do like a video where I review each of these in a single video, but I thought, you know what, it's end of 2021, so that's what we are doing today. We are trying these 4 lipsticks today, seeing the formula, talking about the formula, and also of course answering the questions. So this is going to be my last video of 2021, and I don't want to say I'm excited for 2022 because I think I'm gonna try the Revlon blotted lip color first. I love the packaging, you guys. Look at the packaging. Also, I'm back to filming on my G7X Mark II just because it's so much easier to film. Like, I can see myself, I can do this whole thing, I can show you the product instantly. It's just more spontaneous as opposed to the DSLR. So let's start with this one. This is the Revlon Kiss Cloud Blotted Lip Color, and I think the first question I'm going to start with is, why am I not creating skincare content anymore? It's not like I'm not going to create ever, but if you guys have noticed, I've not put out any skincare content in a long while. And also, I did mention this in my Insta that I'm gonna be back on YouTube, but I'll most likely not do skincare content. And I got a lot of disappointed replies saying like, why would you do that, and we really like your skincare content. I was so happy to hear that and read that, but I was also like, I think I should clarify why I have taken that decision. So here I am doing just that. By the way, this is in the shade Chocolate Souffle. I love the name. And so this is the wand of it. I'm sorry, I'm just going to talk about the product and then go back to the question. I hope you guys are okay, but this is the wand of it. I for some reason expected this to be like a pipette, you know, like just because it has this like serum dropper packaging, but no, it also, I mean, comes in a wand, which I guess makes more sense because it's a lip color and not a serum. So ooh, wow. Hold on a second. This feels so velvety. I'm just like softening it just because the color is slightly loud. Lovely color. Love the formula on this. Like, it looks so beautiful. Like, if this is supposed to be a lip tint, I mean, which it is, right? It's a blotted lip color. Like, it's supposed to give you that very soft, just blurred out sort of lip effect, then I think it is doing a good job. Let me come a little closer. Ooh, such a beautiful color. It's like a very rusty brown. I love this sort of color. It's not going so well with this eye look, but it's still good. So coming back to the question, why I stopped making skincare content. I think if you're new to the channel, let me just quickly explain why I started to make skincare content in the first place. So 2020 lockdown happened. I was breaking out really bad. I had zero skincare knowledge, and that's when I decided to research more on skincare. Yeah, that's just how my interest in skincare sparked. It was not like and mind you, at that point in time there were like a lot of people who had started to do skincare content, so it was not like, oh, it's the next big thing, it's the next big genre and that's why I want to step into it. It was never like that. The first thing I want to talk about is like creating content wise as a blogger. For me, it's slightly difficult to push skincare content out on a regular basis, just because it takes time for you to use one product, see its result, and then use another product, then see another result. So it takes time, right? Like you can't just try 4 or 5 products in a month and do a video of all those 4 products. So I was being very inconsistent in that sense, that I was not even making makeup videos back then. I think I was only doing skincare for the most part, and I felt like a pressure, like I felt like I have to try more products, I have to come up with more videos. So I would try to, like, for example, if I'm using a product for a month, I would try to decrease it by like 20 days, 15 days, and I started to think that this is not really reliable for me or for you. So that was one of the biggest reason. I felt like this is not like a long-term content genre for me, at least. Second thing was, I started to break out again in the month of November, December, and it really like shattered my confidence, in a sense that, again, if you have been watching me for a while, you would know that I've dealt with acne for like a major chunk of my adult life. Like if you watch my 2017-2018 videos, you would notice like I had like boils of acne all over, and I would still come on camera. But this time in November, December of 2020, I started to feel really low about myself. Like, you know, I don't think I should make skincare content, just because who is going to believe me if I have like such bad breakout? And I started to feel self-confident about coming on camera, which has never happened to me. I'm not one of those people who would go on camera and be like, oh look, there is like a tiny little whitehead. Like, I've never been that person, if you have noticed. Yes, I would joke about like a huge pimple or two once in a while, but I've never taken my skin so seriously that it lets me down. It like shatters my confidence and those kind of things. So yeah, I thought I'm gonna take a break. It's not that I don't love skincare anymore. I'm still very conscious about what I'm using on my skin. It's just that I've stopped experimenting so frequently. Yes, I like trying different serums and stuff, but I don't try or use those, or, you know, switch the serums in 1 to 2 months. Like, I try using it consistently for like a 2 to 3 months basis at least, and then try switching it. So yeah, that's like, long story short, there was a lot that went behind. Let's talk about this lip color now. It feels so comfortable on the lips. It does not even feel like I have anything on, which is great, right? But let me tell you, grab these on discounted price from Myntra. That's what I did. Do not pay full price. I don't think this is worth the full price. So it came off very easy, which is nice. And for the next few questions, I'm going to answer the ones that I got on Instagram. I asked you guys like a while back that I'm going to film a Q&A, so ask me questions, and I have, thankfully, I have screenshot. I don't think I have screenshot of everything, but I have like one screenshot, which is okay. So the next question, Ezel asks, Akriti, super cool or short tempered? What's wrong with me? Can I speak? Super cool or short tempered? However, I love you so much. I love you so much too. Just know that, okay? I'm very short tempered. Really short tempered. Yeah, that's just the answer. I don't have any explanation. I mean, I can be super cool to people whom I don't know really, or like I'm not close to. So if I'm just on talking terms with you, we are not really close, of course you are going to think I'm like this most chill, relaxed person, because I never let my guard down, in a sense that my short temperedness comes out. So that way I think I'm cool. But if you know me, if I'm close to you, then I'm really short tempered. The next question again is from Ezel, dream vacation. Okay, okay, it has to be Paris for sure. Like, you know, I mean, cliche answer, but it has to be Paris. Okay, just hold on. So this one I'm going to try next. This is the Revlon Kiss Cushion Lip Tint. Look at the packaging. I love it. I really love it. But at the same time, like, did we need... Okay, maybe yes, because it's like a cushion lip tint. So, but at the same time, I'm just like, do we need this sort of packaging in a lip product? Like, concealer, okay, Foundation maybe, but lip product, what do you guys think? Let me know. But let's test this out. This is in the shade oh my god, Pretty Kiss 210. So yeah, it's Paris, just no brainer. Ooh, the lip color is coming out. Hold on, let's do this together. Okay, so there we go with the lip color. I'm not going to twist it anymore, but it really looks cool, I have to say. Let's put this on. Ooh, it's a nice color, I think, for this look. It's like a very nice nude. It's going a little patchy. Yeah, I don't like the applicator. Like I feel like it's giving me a very streaky application. So this is the lip color. It's very glossy. Like I did not expect this to be so glossy. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take some of it out. This is the lip color. I'm going to take some of it on my finger and I'm going to make the application a little better. Okay, so initial thoughts. It says lip tint, but I don't think this is a lip tint. This is more like a glossy slight lip tint situation. The next question, do you remember the thing which gravitated you towards skincare and makeup? The initial point is the question. So skincare, like I answered, it was last year when we had plenty of time in our hands, truth be told. And I don't know, like I was breaking out, my skin was so bad, like it was really bad, and I really wanted to understand if there's something that I can do when it comes to using my products better. So that gravitated me towards the skincare part. Oh my god, I feel so self-conscious with such glossy lips. But anyways, makeup, I don't know, you guys, I really don't remember what gravitated me towards makeup. I think it was a lot of different things. I honestly just started watching YouTube, makeup YouTubers, and that's what gravitated me towards makeup. I think Michelle Phan was one of the first YouTubers whose videos I watched when it came to makeup. Then I discovered Jaclyn Hill, Patrick Star, so many others, and I think that's what gravitated me towards makeup. I really want to quickly mention something that completely changed my, or like rekindled my love for makeup in this year. So 2020 was like a very dry year for me when it comes to makeup, because I was not trying new products. I did not want to try new products. I don't know why. Maybe because, not maybe, it's actually because we were just sitting at home, nowhere to go. Why would you want to try makeup, right? And that made sense, not just with me, but I think with most of us. But this year in November, I did my friend's makeup. My friend got engaged and I did her engagement makeup, and that, I don't know, that just rekindled my love for makeup, and I'm so happy about it, just because I realized that, you know what, I'm really good at this. Like I looked at her finished face and I was like, I have done this because it's just me. I mean, I'm just doing makeup on myself. I'm not really doing makeup on anybody else except my family, like my sister and mother. But when I looked at her, I'm like, wow, I have done this. I'm good at this. Look at my skills. Like I should do this more often. And yeah, that rekindled my love for makeup, which was so important. Now, next question that I want to answer, just because I feel like I wouldn't have answered it. I really don't care about the numbers, but very recently, not very recently, I think, I don't remember, but sometime, you know, in one of the 2 years, it could have been last year or this year, but I posted something on my community tab on YouTube, and somebody asked me, no, somebody commented that, oh, you have got so many subscribers and not enough views. Like it's you have definitely bought the subscribers. That's what they were trying to insinuate. Now let me tell you guys, so yeah, so I don't think I should explain myself. I really don't. Like they have not followed my journey for years, and of course that's why they are commenting that. I've been here for a very long time, you guys. I'm doing this from last year of my college. I think it's 2016 if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong, but I've been doing this for a long time, and the reason why I have enough subscribers is because I was very consistent at a point in time, like when I was in college, and even when I joined my work during at least the initial year, I was quite consistent. I took it very seriously, and that's what gained me the number of subscribers I have. And then of course, you know, like my work started to get more and more real, and I think I should like also change my lipstick, because oh my god, is this staining? This stained my lip. Is this supposed to do that? This stained my lip. Ooh, I'm loving this. Oh my god, is it this or this? No, it's not this, because I removed it and there was no color left. Wow, that totally changed my opinion. Do you guys love it when a lip color leaves stain? It has left a very beautiful stain, let me tell you. I'm gonna like let this be for a while and then maybe switch to another lip color, but I like it. I think I like it now. But there we go. So that's why I have the number of subscribers I have. And then work happened, it got more and more serious. I started to grow in my work, and it became more and more difficult to be consistent here on YouTube. And let me tell you something about YouTube's algorithm. Once you stop being consistent, once you're not posting the videos on a regular basis, YouTube like recommends your videos to less and less people. That's just how it works. So it's not just my channel. If you have noticed, some other big YouTubers who have like a lakh, 2 lakh subscriber count and their views are less, it is possible that they are either inconsistent or they were inconsistent at a point in time. And that's how I've been taking it. And yeah, I just quickly wanted to address that, because no, my subscribers are not bought. You think I would buy, like why would I buy subscribers? Like, have you seen like a paid promotional video here? I don't think you have. So why would I buy subscribers? Okay, let's try the Makeup Revolution matte lipstick in the shade Bon Bon. I'll be honest, I bought this. Yes, the packaging is so beautiful. Am I right? The packaging. Oh my god, there's a pigeon right outside my window. Hey. But look at the color. I mean, I saw this color on Myntra and I was blown away. I was like, wow, that is such a beautiful color. I just randomly picked it up, to be honest. So let's try this out. Oh my goodness, this is such a beautiful color. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Again, I don't think it's going very well with this eye look. I have no words. Oh my god, such a beautiful color. Bon Bon again. Bon Bon, you guys, this is so beautiful. My friend Anushri asks, Shadi kab hai? I don't know, you guys, maybe next year. Yeah, I have an answer. I now have an answer. I'm 26, by the way, in case you didn't know. I'm 26. So yeah, I don't know, why am I explaining my age? I don't think I should. Like, you could get married early or late, does not matter. But yeah, moving on. Okay, next question is by Rumi. She's asking, how are you managing your YouTube and job life together? Rumi, I see you. You have been a long time subscriber, and firstly, thank you so much for being here even when I've not been able to deliver that well. I really appreciate it. But how are you managing your YouTube and job life together? Horribly, if you can't already tell. But like I mentioned before, I have come to peace with the fact that views and numbers don't define what I'm doing here anymore. You know, if that was the case, then I would have quit my job and then I would have done YouTube full time. But yeah, I'm not handling it very well. Frankly, I only get to film on weekends, and I try to edit on weekends just because on the weekdays I don't get the time to edit. If I have to edit, I have to either wake up really early, not really early, but like early, or I have to stay up and then edit the videos. So it gets really challenging, and I'm horrible at waking up early. Like, I am so bad, you guys have no idea. I try, but I fail. So yeah, that's why you see less and less of videos. On another note, I always get this question asked a lot, is why I did not choose YouTube as a career, YouTube as a full-time career. Because again, if you guys have been a long time subscriber, you would know I'm doing this from my college days. So, and I'll be really honest, like my initial goal was to do YouTube full time, but then the more I did it and the more I started to understand how this industry works, and the more I started to get emails from brands and you know, the requirements, I realized that this is not for me. You know how some people, I've always held back, you guys, by the way, everything that I'm telling you right now, I've never talked about it on my channel before, but I feel like if YouTubers can say, like full-time YouTubers can say that 9 to 5 job is not for me, I think I can also safely say, without hurting anybody's feeling, that YouTube as a full-time thing is not for me. I don't know, I like doing you know, organic content. I love it, but when a brand steps in, not all the brands, of course, not all the brands, but mostly my experience in the initial days of my YouTube career has been very meh, and that's, I think, what made me realize that I don't want to do this just for the sake of it. Of course, there's a lot of money, let me tell you, there's a lot of money here. I don't know, you guys, it was not for me. I have like huge respect for every YouTuber that is able to do this on a consistent basis, like the brand deals. So yeah, that's another question answered. Nobody asked for it, but it feels so good to just, like, you know, pour my heart out. Let's try another lipstick. Again, loving this. I would highly recommend. This was really inexpensive too. Also, if you can get it on discount from Myntra, then nothing like it. I think the only last lipstick I have, not lipstick actually, this is the Lakme Absolute Spotlight Lip Gloss. Again, I've heard a lot about this. I think, okay, I think my lip is still tinted from this one. So one of the most frequent comment when I started to post videos back on YouTube was, where did I go, what happened? Like, if you guys have noticed, I did not post any video from the month of April, May, June, July, I don't remember exactly, but I think I was gone for 4 to 5 months. So I'm gonna answer that, and also what else was I gonna answer? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about some of my best moments, because the first part can get a little dark. So the way I'm going to answer this is by talking about my worst and best of 2021, so that you guys can also answer that in the comment section below. I would love to read your worst and best. I think I'm gonna start by worst. So in the May of April end specifically, but I want to say May because May is when things started to get really bad. We were all COVID positive. My mother, my sister and I, we were okay in a sense that we did not see oxygen rate dropping and other things. Our smell and taste was gone. We had fever and all of those bad things happened, of course, that comes along with COVID. But my dad suffered the most. He had to be hospitalized, and the reason why I'm doing lipstick while talking about this is because I've tried filming this before and I got so emotional, I scrapped the video out, did not post about it. So I'm gonna distract myself by putting this lipstick on. So, oh my god, this is such a beautiful color. Yeah, he had to be hospitalized, and let me tell you, I'm never in my life going to forget that day, just because it happened at the worst time. It happened when people could not find, or people were not able to find hospital beds, and that time, that whole experience taught me so many things. I don't know, like, we as a family had never gone through anything of that sort before. Like, by God's grace, we all have been really healthy so far, so that was the first time that it happened. His oxygen level was dropping. We were unable to find the hospital, and thankfully, I'm so thankful, like, I don't want to take name just because I don't know if that person is going to be comfortable, but someone from my office finally helped me out. Like, we were in search of hospital from morning, calling BBMP, everything, but we of course weren't able to find one. And then finally someone stepped in from my office and she was able to help me out. We got the bed, we got not just the bed, but the hospital itself was amazing. They took such good care of my dad. He was in hospital for 15 days. I think his oxygen levels got stabilized in, I want to say, 3-4 days. But he still had to be in the hospital just because it wasn't very stable that they would release him. So that whole phase just shook us all to the core, and wow, it really taught me a lot. And so yeah, that was the worst time of 2021. And after that, I don't know, like I just did not have it in me to come back here and just talk about makeup and skincare like nothing happened. And also that is when I realized that once dad came back home, I realized that I wanna do everything as soon as possible, as in like I want to travel with them, I want to take them to good places, good restaurants. Like of course we do that, I'm not saying I've never done that before for them, but they don't, like I wanted to treat them and pamper them, if I may say so. Yeah, that's why I was gone, and that was the worst time, but it also taught me a lot. So I don't want to say worst time, but it was definitely one of the toughest times for us as a family. And we also lost someone very, very close to us. I don't want to talk about it in this video. And for me, the best time of 2021 was definitely the Pondicherry trip. My sister and I decided let's just go, because हमारे घर पे ऐसा होता है कि यार हाँ अब जाएंगे तब जाएंगे, लेकिन हम कभी जा नहीं पाते हैं, ऐसे होता है. So yes, it was like a very spontaneous trip, and it felt nice, you know, just to have gone through so much and then having a good time. It felt so liberating and so nice. So that was the best time of 2021, definitely. But yeah, I think that finishes this video. Let me quickly talk about this, I completely forgot. So this is in the shade Mocha Brown, and this is such a beautiful color. Oh my god. And I was not expecting this kind of pigmentation just because it says lip gloss, so I thought maybe it will have like a slight hint of color to it, but it is very pigmented. It went so smooth on the lips, like look at that. So I'll see you guys in 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so glad I was trying lipsticks today, because filming like a personal video is a little difficult for me. I'm not good at being vulnerable on camera. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in 2022. Let me know your best and I don't want to say worst, but like not so good moment of 2021. I would love to read that. But like this video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. You can click on the bell notification right next to it so you get notified every time I post. You can follow me on Insta right over here. And with that, we have come to an end finally. I'll see you guys in my next video, which is going to be in 2022. Bye.